The car market has officially crashed. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, do me a huge favor, go down and subscribe. We've been talking about this crash in the car market ever since it rose. Everyone was like, the car market went so far up, it's gotta come down. And while we're finally seeing it, welcome to 2023, quarter 4, and well, let's get into it. If you guys are avid viewers of the channel and you've been watching for a long time, you guys know about a year ago I predicted that the car market was going to see a pretty big cooling in the beginning of 2023, which actually did end up happening, but more so into July of 2023, we kind of saw a little bit of a dip. The car market in the first couple months of this year, it might not have been a drastic difference in decline like we're seeing right now. We'll get into right now in just a second, but last year there was a little bit of a dip in kind of the collector cars or like the exotic muscle cars like the GT350s, GT500s, some of the cars that had inflated, no longer in production, so they're not selling over sticker, but they depreciated and then inflated right back up to sticker price or over in some cases. A lot of owners got scared, so they listed their cars up for sale. That caused a huge influx of inventory, which caused prices to go down. Going into the summer, the prices kind of rose back or kind of leveled pretty hard, and they didn't decline and continue to decline like the beginning of the year. But come September, the car market has been falling like crazy. You're finally seeing some of these cars like S2000s, regular Mustangs, 350Zs, Miatas, cars that doubled, tripled in value, finally starting to drop. Things like your mom's Honda Accord, minivans, all of these cars that were for no reason almost back up to sticker price are finally back down to realistically what they should be. Another reason why the car market's gonna cool. You can't just go to CarMax, sell your car for basically, a couple $1,000s less than what you bought it for and call it a day. Regular cars are finally coming down, sports cars are finally coming down, less and less people are buying right now. There's a ton of great deals. If you're looking on the market, I probably wouldn't buy because I think they're gonna continue to cool down off a little bit. There's certain cars that are phenomenal deals right now, and I'll put my money where my mouth is because I probably will end up picking one of these cars up in the near future just because I don't see them going down any further. The question some of you guys might be asking is, when can I pick up a Miata for $1,500 again? Or when can I pick up a 350Z for $3,000 again? And the answer to that question is, if you're looking for clean examples of those cars, it's not going to happen. Those cars that were once $500 are going to be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cars at the minimum. That's just how much the economy has changed. Cars aren't going to come back down to the prices they were at, but they will level and kind of get out of the crazy hype that they're in. People listing rusted Miatas for 10 grand. That car is a $3,000 car, and you can finally pick them up for $3,000 again. A car like a Bronco, for example, that's kind of finally cooled down to just under sticker. And I own one, and I knew that this was gonna happen. They were selling about 15,000 over when I picked it up just about a year ago, and now they're under sticker. You can probably find some under sticker, which is great because you can actually finally get them. Another big car that everyone was talking about a year ago was the Z06. The C8 Z06 selling about 100,000 over sticker, and now the dealership that took my car from me is selling it 40,000 over. But I have a feeling they're going to be having a hard time selling that car over sticker. As the market continues to cool and it continues to calm down throughout the next couple of weeks, months, and into next year, if they don't sell that car fast, I'm assuming that the car market is going to level to the point where they're going to be maybe 10, 15 over, but no one's really going to want to pay them because the used ones are finally going to be cheap or affordable or under sticker, or however you may want to say it. So this huge dip we've been talking about for a couple of years now and predicting when it's going to be started in early this year, kind of leveled during the summertime, but now is taking a huge dip with the rest of the economy. Everything kind of slowed down after September. People are out in the summertime spending money, buying sports cars, buying convertibles, but now we're starting to see the effects. It was kind of weird. It kind of happened in stages. The end of 22, some of these cars that inflated into crazy numbers, people stop paying for. But the used cars, regular SUVs, regular Hondas, regular, Toyota Corollas, Civics, that kind of stuff is finally calming down. There's no more over sticker, outrageous numbers, price gouging happening from dealerships. You go to a dealership even a couple of months ago when I went to go order a Prius. I was told $6,000 over. I went and called 3 other dealerships and they said, you can come and just get it at sticker. There's a wait at the dealership that was charging over, and there's a wait at the dealership who wasn't charging over. Those are in high demand, but there's also a lot of people who are just pulling their allocations because they're like, well, the whole market's kind of calming down. I'll just wait another year. and I'll just buy one used in a couple of years or whatever the case may be, which is pretty smart and honestly what I'm thinking about doing with my own order. And I think if you're in the same situation where you're looking to, number one, cash out of the car, if your car hasn't crashed in price drastically and you can still get some money out of it and you're looking to get money out of it, I suggested you a year ago. I literally said this a year ago, end of 2022, that you should sell the car, which would have been a good time. Even beginning of this summer would have been a good time, but coming to September, the market on your cars is most likely pretty far down. Even in one of my cars, the Mustang, which I am looking to potentially sell in the next couple of weeks here, has dropped about $5,000 in value. With that being said, here's a couple of my favorite cars right now that are dropping in value and I think would be a good buy. Now these are enthusiast-based answers, fun sports cars to own, right? These aren't regular cars or regular everyday daily drivers that a normal person would buy. But I think one great buy is the second generation Mazda Miata. I've seen those cars calm down quite a bit. The first and second gen kind of almost met an equal point at the market because people were asking so much for first gens that the second gen almost made more sense to buy. It's a better car all the way around. It doesn't have flip-ups and it doesn't have the OG styling, but it's more horsepower, just better built, and overall just a better, newer car. Even the first generation Miata is a decent buy right now. You can probably pick up a clean one around $5,000, which was almost impossible to do when I picked my car up. Another car under $10,000 is the 350Z. You guys might hate that car. I tell my friends about that. I love the 350Z and I'm a 350Z fanboy, and they make fun of me because they're like, why do you like this car? But I love the 350Z. It's a good horsepower. It's a good looking car in my opinion. They can sound good when you modify them properly. They can look good when you take care of them and modify them properly, and they're fun. And for even under, you know, $7,000, it's a pretty good car. I've seen like very clean ones around the $7,000 to $8,000 range. Obviously some of the later model years are still a little bit higher, but $7,000, $8,000 can get you a pretty solidly clean 350, which I think is a great buy for that car. Now, if you're looking under $20,000, here's a car that I'm actually intrigued in picking up myself. Now, you guys are gonna call me crazy. You guys are gonna say that that doesn't exist, but I have seen multiple C5 Z06s exchange hands under $20,000. Now, I'm not talking about like one fluke happened. I saw it and I thought it was a fluke the first time I saw it. It happened 2 times and I was like, what? You know, the first one was bone stock, clean. The second one was modified a little bit. It had a stage 3 cam in it, so I'm like, maybe the cam is preventing the car from selling for more than 20. Corvette people are very weird. If your car is modified, it'll sit on the market because Corvette people don't want to buy a modified car, even though they're better modified. But the second car I saw just had a light cam on it, had a nice exhaust on it, had some wheels on it. It wasn't overdone, but it sold for under $20,000. Then I saw a third one. At that point, I was convinced that these cars just dropped like a fly in the last couple of months. Now, if you go searching on the market, you can still find the C5 Z06 for anywhere in between like 22 to 25 for lower miles, like 50,000, 60,000 mile clean cars. And every once in a while, you'll randomly see one of them for like 17,000. It'll sell in a day. It'll sell like that. But I've seen multiple in that price range, which is crazy. I'm trying to think of any others that I want to say without saying too much, because I also want to pick up some of these cars. I'll go into more in detail list if you guys honestly want under $20,000, some good buys that I think are going to be not only recession proof in a way, but also just fun, enjoyable cars that have finally calmed down a little bit. Let me know. That's all I have. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.